You said something a little bit ago that sent my brain. It's part of why I got off my track. Sent me off on a weird tangent here. You talked about getting felt up.
Yeah.
So if you, Tab, were to go to the club, let's say you were single, and you went to the club, there's a microaggression for you, and you slap some girl right on the ass. Is that a microaggression or just a regular aggression?
I think it's a mating ritual. Because it's not.
Damn you! You're taking my spot on the train.
I don't think that's an aggression. I think it's. I mean, I think that you're trying to communicate attraction.
Yeah.
And like that's really bad communication, but I don't think that's aggression. Now, if I were to like grab someone and like drag them over to the bar and be like, "I'm buying you a drink," that I think would be aggression because it's unwarranted, and it's hostile. But I don't see hostility in slapping someone's ass. I don't think it's the right thing to do.
What leads you to think it's not the right thing to do? Is it just morality?
Well,
or did science lead you to believe that?
Science led me to believe that.
Okay.
I did several studies of slapping asses, and it showed that there was only a 32% chance of hooking up with the female after an ass slap. So the stats told me that that's not okay.
It gave you the is, and therefore that. Now, here's the weird thing about slapping the ass. This is a thought I had today. I think that's genetically bred into us.
I agree.
I think, and here's why. I followed this line of thought. I want everyone to comment. I want slapped ass reacts only on this one. Here's why I think that men specifically are genetically engineered to slap an ass. Because what kind of ass do you want to slap?
A firm one.
A firm one? Do you want one that doesn't move at all? Like you want to slap a bag of sand?
I don't slap a lot of asses.
Man, you need to get with the times, buddy. You got to get slapping that ass. Listen.
I only slap one ass, man.
Here's my thing.
I think we all know that Buck's an ass man now.
Honestly, I'm not that big. I'm a general overall package guy. I like a pretty face more than anything, to be honest. So
no, that's a good point.
So, and I'm an overall package guy. Bigger little boobs doesn't really bother me. Bigger little ass doesn't really bother me. I'm an overall package kind of guy. That's why I got a knockout, because my wife is the overall package. She's good. She got a gorgeous face. She's got a great figure. So anyway, enough about Aunt Buck. Let's talk about slapping that ass. So when you slap that ass, this is what I figured out. You are watching, because you're going to look when you slap that ass, right? Mm-hmm. Your eyes are going to be on the ass as your hand makes contact. Now, I'm not going to show you an ass slapping hand. I want you to show me in your mind, if you were going to slap an ass, like you meant it, how would your hand look when it made contact with the ass? Show me on the camera.
Spread wide.
Spread wide. That. See, and I think this is why. You want to get a very, that's bred into us. Fingers splayed out, like 5 right across the cheek, and you're wanting to see how much that cheek jiggles. Because that's listen. I'm fucking dead serious about this. You want to see how much that cheek jiggles, because that tells you like whether or not this person has a healthy level of body fat. Too much jiggle, like that maybe they're too obese, or they're old and the ass doesn't jiggle right like it's supposed to. Like maybe your hand just kind of absorbs into it, like you're slapping memory foam, like slapping silly putty. And it just sinks in. You don't want that. That's not a good ass slap. But like if you slap a chick who has no ass and you're basically just slapping a hip bone, that hurts your hand for one. You don't want to do that. But that chick has not got enough fat content, and it all relates to fertility. It all relates to how suitable they're going to be for mother. This is our ape brain trying to further this species, man. This is our method. We don't smell pheromones, but man, we can see that ass, and we can see it when you slap it. So, there's other indicators like the size of the breasts or whatever. But man, when you slap that ass and it jiggles just right, because you don't want an ass that doesn't move. You got to have some motion in that ocean, man. You got to have some wiggle and jiggle. You got to have a little ripple in that pond. You see what I'm saying? And yeah. So And especially if like maybe you are currently in the process of trying to make like mating with this current individual, this nice lady that and so when you're behind and then the cheek is laid bare. I'm trying not to be too dirty with this. Cheek is laid bare and you slap it. I mean, you're gonna hit it, like you're not just gonna tap it. Like no chick is gonna be impressed, is gonna be turned on when you just barely tap her on the side of the butt cheek. No, God, what kind of a weird beta cuck are you? Slap that ass like you mean it. Give it a sting. You're not trying to hurt her, but you definitely want to see when your hand comes away. You want to watch and see you want to see the shock wave come out from around your hand and go across that ass cheek. And then when you pull your hand away, you want to see the outline of your fucking hand where the blood is coming to the surface, and that's it's gonna go away. You're not bruising her. You're not hurting her. It's only a little sting, but you want to see that she's got healthy blood flow from that red handprint. You want to see if there's enough fat that this ass is going to jiggle, but not too much. You want to see it stop jiggling after a while. I think that's why we slap ass. And so
makes sense to me.
To call slapping an ass a microaggression, you're telling me not to be a man. You're telling me to deny my DNA, bitch. That's an aggression. That's a microaggression. You're microaggressing me by telling me not to slap your ass.
Well, I mean, I think you should ask permission first.
I'm down with that. That's fine. Excuse me, ma'am. You mind if I slap that ass? That's a pickup line and a half, because that tells this chick that either you are fucking unhinged or you have got balls for days. I am a married man, and so I don't go out to the club using pickup lines. I'm happy at home. But man, if God forbid the unthinkable were to happen and something were to happen to my wife, and I had to go out on the dating scene again, if I decided to go out on the dating scene again at my age, that's going to be my fucking pickup line. Excuse me, miss. I'm trying to do a science experiment here, and it requires me to slap you on the posterior. Mind if I slap that ass?
Yeah, I definitely think you have to say like ma'am, very dressed up at the beginning. Yeah.
I have to slap that ass for science.
Yeah.
That ass is slappable, and I ought to slap it.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's
science time with Uncle Buck.
That's your class is dismissed.